everyone. Such a pleasure to be here with all of you, great friends here. So many beautiful faces that I know, and I miss you so much. So tonight, we're going to be talking about a stronger spirit, and it's not something you never heard. As I was just saying before we started, the importance of repetition, right? Children need a lot of repetition. And if we look at ourselves in terms of eternity, oh my God, we are babies of everything that's going on. We do need repetition. So let's go on this journey with me, wherever you are. If you are right there on YouTube, Facebook, whatever you're listening, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. So let's get our spirit strong, right? Anna, if you want to get a little notepad and a pen to write some notes, some ideas, I suggest as a teacher. You might need some words there. Let's put in your fridge, in your car, if you want to. Suggestions. All right, let's start on our journey and our chat together. A stronger spirit. So many of us here, we are familiar with the spirit, with the three parts that we are made of, right? So we have the spirit, we have the perispirit, that is spiritual body, and the physical body. There you go. But in every reincarnation, when we are here in the flesh, we have to deal with our body. And it's not easy. I mean, when you're getting old and you see the gravity starts to happen and you're not good looking anymore and all those things happen. I'm just being funny. But look, we have that conflict at times between body and the spirit, the flesh. And you can say, there's a lot of temptation in this body here. My eyes made me sin. Just making sure that you understand that here in Spiritism, we don't talk much about being a sinner because God doesn't judge. And when we talk about sin, for us, it's just like we blew it. We made a mistake. We need to fix it. We need to learn with the experience because we are all growing. But we have the body, and the body is really strong. And that eyes, I see it. Oh my God, look, but she's looking at me. What could I do? Look at all those things around, the desire, and much more about the body. And then we hear this saying, the spirit is strong. Oh, but the body is weak. I'm sure some of you already heard that. So let's think more about it. The body is the car. The spirit is the driver. Who drives the body? The spirit. The body without spirit is nothing. The spirit gives life and leads, right? So when we are driving a car, the body, there is somebody behind the wheel. Even when we see this commercial with pizza lately, that they say they're delivering pizza with the car without nobody driving. But I'm sure there is somebody pushing the buttons or something. There is somebody behind the wheel. The person is driving. The spirit's driving. Therefore, when we say that the body is weak, it's because the spirit is weak. So it's time for us to stop blaming the body, the family, the cat, my next door neighbor, my job, whatever happens. Because if we have a strong spirit, we're going to make better choices. When it comes to temptation, and if we have a strong spirit, we're going to say no. And we know it is hard when things happen to us, but we have a strong spirit. We take action. It's like the spirit takes over. Like, no, Bernadette, you're not going to go there. No, please, let me just eat. It's like another slice of pizza, but my spirit is strong, right? It says, no, you know better. If it only was easy talking about diet. But whatever happens, and we blame the body or something else, the reason is we do that because our spirit is not that strong yet. Is anything wrong about that? No, we are learning. It takes lives, many reincarnations for us to get that strong, but we are getting stronger. We are getting better, but it needs practice, lots of practice. So what and where do they come from? It's a combination from past lives and present life. Whatever we do, whatever what's going on. So our goal here is to work on ourselves, like Mirchis was saying in her prayer, to become stronger. And it's not easy, but can it be done? Yes, it can be done. Let's get that spirit strong. You know, you go to the gym and you see a lot of people in the gym. Not like me that every year or twice a year I have a membership and I go for a week or so and then I keep paying and I never go. That's why I reincarnate, right? To learn how to follow through. Eventually, I'm going to get better at it. But when we go to the gym, we are there exercising to get all those muscles. We are worried about how we look. Oh, look at this. Right. Look, I'm getting, oh, look at those muscles. Ooh, wings, chicken. But we forget to exercise our spirit, of getting spiritual muscles. If we only put so much effort in getting spiritually strong as we do with the way we look, appearance, exercising, and those muscles, those things that are important for our physical body, but we neglect the spiritual muscle. So the spirit is strong when it's time to make good choices. It's like we need to go. Actually, we need to get ready to go through the door that Jesus says. Remember the wide door, and then we have the narrow door. We hear that all the time, but it is hard to go to the narrow door because we need to go on a diet. The moral diet. If we want to pass through the door, we need to, like a dog, some dogs, I had my dog that shed and it was hair everywhere. That's it. We need to shed all those things, some of our flaws, some of our tendencies, and go into that spiritual diet. Stop complaining. Paying attention to what another person is doing. Right? Work on ourselves so we are spiritually fit to go through the narrow door. So what are the things that we need to work on? What are the things that we need to do to go through the narrow door, to go into that spiritual diet many, many lifetimes. But we can do it. Definitely we can do it. And how do we do to get better? In John 1:23, it says, I wrote here, it says, He makes straight the way to the Lord. He makes straight. So if we're going to go to the Lord, we need we need to straighten ourselves, make straight. And this is with hard work. And what do we do every lifetime, or even, today, or we are going this way. My daughter does this all the time. You do have any teenagers? Claudia said that she has now, her kids are 14 years old. Or just think about yourself when you were growing up or recently. Here we go. I'm going this way. And then, I make a poor choice. And then I have to live with the consequences of my poor choice. There's no way. There is no right or wrong. When I'm teaching my kids, I never say right, wrong, you are good or bad. I just say, there was there was a smart choice. It's a smart choice or not very smart choice. Because it's about your choices. You are choosing to do something that was not smart. And I say, well, it's going to have consequences about your choices. Everything you do has consequences. And we do that all the time. Poor choices, poor choices and smart choices. Instead of saying you're good, you're bad, because what is a good choice for somebody, it could be a bad choice for somebody else. So I will not even go with a good and bad, but a smart choice, right? Or a poor choice. And then you go. And then in the middle go, oops, I blew it. Oops, that wasn't good. And what do? We have to come back. Yeah, we're always coming back, but we do come back, like the prodigal son. And it's great. Because how do we learn by mistakes? Mistakes. And then when we make poor choices, we go, and when we come back, but we come back with more experience and hopefully more humble. But thinking about a strong spirit, how do I get that spiritual muscle? So I stop blaming the body and everything else around me. Well, I'm going to make 5 suggestions. 5 that can help you to get that spirit stronger. Are there more? Absolutely. And all I want is to inspire you. And you're going to come up with more things because you are the only one. You are the only one that know yourself. So let's start with the number 1. How do I get stronger? First one, you already heard that many, many, many times. 1, know yourself. Come on, Bernadette, I hear that. Yeah, we hear, but do you really know yourself? Who are you? Who? I take classes. I take drama lessons online with a Brazilian guy. Pretty cool if you want a teacher. And we take singing classes together because that's my therapy. When with COVID, I was freaking out. I was having a lot of issues, and I said, I need to do something. And I started taking singing lessons and acting lessons online, and just my therapy, and have fun and laugh and sing at home. And my teacher told me, we are always acting. Go ahead, no. He goes, yeah, all the time. All the time. We always taking different roles. When I'm a mother, you're a parent, you take the role of a parent. You're talking to your child, you change the posture, how you talk, your eyes. When I'm a teacher, if you see me a teacher, sitting there saying what you have to do. When I'm talking here with you, is my voice is different the way I'm talking to my husband right now. Right? We all do that. We all need Oscars here, right? Yes. Yes, the trophy. But that bothered me a little bit. I said, no, he goes, yes, that's life. We all have different roles and we are always acting depending on the society. I go, but when am I myself? I go, when you're alone. I mean, you are alone, alone, alone. Imagine if you could, it's like go on a retreat in a cabin by yourself with nobody. Nobody. There you can eat whatever you want. You can watch any Netflix you want. You can wear whatever you want. It's like naked with yourself, that intimacy. That's you. But the moment the telephone rings, whoop, hi, how are you, sweetie? Start acting. He said, when we are posting something on the social media, we are acting. But doesn't mean we are false or trying, show off. This is who we are. Accept that. Be careful. Be careful because you can be showing too much something that you are not. As long as you are aware of who you are. So you know that now I am Bernadette the teacher. I am Bernadette the speaker. I am Bernadette the mother. Because you are the only one living with yourself. Guys, sorry, but you live with yourself 24 hours. This when you are awake. Because when you're sleeping, you continue. Spirit is with you. So I cannot just say, I need a break from myself. And there are days that, oh my God, I can't stand myself. And I just go, gosh, Bernadette, you are annoying. I can't stand you today. Shut up. Well, I can't say, Bernadette, go away. I don't want to deal with you today. Please leave me alone. Nope. You're stuck with you. You are stuck with you. So who are you? What are your weaknesses? What are the things you need to work on? But remember, you have wonderful things. You are a child of God. You have wonderful talents. We have the tendency of just seeing the bad things. Today, at the end of the day, when the kids left, I was sharing before, first day of transitional kindergarten, those 4 years old, plan a beautiful lesson, classroom wonderful, and it was chaos. It was chaos. And I've no time for anything. When they left, I sat down, my back hurt, everything hurt. And I was telling my co-teacher, my partner said, gosh, it was horrible today. I don't know if I can keep doing this year with those babies. And then immediately I said, wait a minute, I'm just seeing the negative. Let's celebrate. Okay, stop. Tell me something good. And then we start, all right. They were hitting each other, they were touching each other. It was extremely loud, but at the end of the day, they were able to line up, which they couldn't line up at the beginning. No matter what lineup was, pulling somebody's hair, pulling somebody's the mask was, oh, okay. And I had one student that it was screaming all day, Miss Al, it was screaming. So we repeated 100 times. Raise your hand, raise your hand. By 2:00, which I was tired. Every time that I look at the boy, I go, oh my gosh, it's going to be another screaming. It was around 3 o'clock, this boy raised his hand. I look at the teacher. I said, Benjamin, is he real? Is he real? So I was just looking at negative instead of celebrating the good things. Celebrate the good things you do. Celebrate the wonderful things that you are. But know yourself. Because how are you going to get a stronger spirit? By knowing you. And the problem is, we know ourselves to go, oh, well, you know what? God made me this way. My sister, I have friends, if she sees this, oh, I'm glad she doesn't speak English. Because she says all the time, I was born this way. I'm going to die this way. God made me this way. Do you know anybody that says this? Oh, you ever heard that? Ah, that's it. I'm old enough. Nothing's going to change. You right? So God created us all ignorant, simple first. And it's up to us to get better, to do the work. So we can start today. So again, the first thing is getting to know you. But then what are you going to do with this? Because we are pretty good at quoting parts of the Spirit's book, of the Gospel according to Spiritism. I have a friend that he is not Spiritist, but he knows a lot of the Bible. He can quote the Bible really well. I'm impressed. But every time he does something bad, he says, the devil made me do it. So easy to blame the devil, or something else, or whatever you believe. So no, know yourself. That means if you are making that mistake over and over, that's one thing you need to work on. But first you need to agree, come up, realize. So what are the little things we need to work on? So number one is knowing yourself really. And now, before we start working on ourselves, well, I would say as soon as possible, you can start work on yourself. But what would help? The number two is educating ourselves. Excuse me. Educating. Which in Spiritism, we hear this a lot. You need to read this book. We need to read the Spirit. So I hope that everybody here read the Spirit's book at least 50 times, right? I don't read it. I read once the Spirit's book, I'm going to be honest, but I love listening. So I'm driving and put the audio and I'm listening on YouTube over and over. So I read once the whole thing. Then I read just questions and answers depending on what I'm writing about. But I listen over and over and I go, oh my God, did I listen? I forgot all about that. And I hear, and me too, you got to read this book. Oh, this new Spiritist book is amazing. Did you see the new book? Guys, my daughter comes here to visit and she says, Mom, what are you going to do with all these Spiritist books? How many Spiritist books do you have in your house? How? The mute is like, 4? Oh, 400? How bad? We do. We collect the Spiritist books. And we say, one day we're going to read it. And we say that and we try. We do try. And I'm not saying don't buy anymore. Okay. But it's time to live what we read. Pick one little thing up. You read a book and it's one chapter that you can digest that for a long time and start living that. A good Christian is recognized by their deeds, by their actions. So start to live while we are reading, right? And I even think, oh my gosh, I have so many books, but nobody, all the books now are, in your Kindle. What I'm going to do with all this? I even have the same book because I don't want to just get the book anymore in my hands. I just have on my Kindle. Okay, what I'm going to read today here, right? Let's live. So studying, we need to study. We need to educate ourselves. First, you have to. If I know I need to work on my patience, I was going to study meditation. I'm going to listen to lectures and learn more about it, which I think we do pretty well about the learning, right? And I hear, but I hate studying. I don't like going to school. I don't like studying. Uh-uh. Look, everybody likes to study. Deep inside, everybody wants to learn because this is something that God put within us, the thirst for learning. But you know what happened? I guarantee if the person that says I hate learning is because they hate one subject. Usually most of them say math. I hear that all the time. You don't like one subject or you had a bad experience at school and now you say, well, no, I don't. I don't want to learn. I don't like school. I don't like studying it. Well, I noticed teaching children, it's not that you don't like studying it. And I had many that said, I hate word problems. But when I figure out the way that the child learned, is it by drawing? Is it by music? Is it by project? And we use the learning style, bang, you learn. So what's your learning style? What is it that you like to do? Don't say, oh, I don't want to learn because look, I don't like studying it. There is now no excuses, videos, projects, lectures, audio, your friends. We are always learning. We are always learning by the moment we wake up, right? So there you go. Number one, see, look, as a teacher, number one, know yourself. Really meaning it. Second, education, study and learn. But then you need to take action, which I was just saying. That's number three. Take action, have a plan. Pick one thing that at least you want to work on. Make smart choices. Try your best. It's like a person says, I'm going to make a plan. I'm going to stop drinking, but then I move next to a bar. Right? No, be careful. Because your spirit is weak. I'm not talking about the body. There's certain things that the spirit is weak. Uh-oh, give me a second. Friends, I'm going to pause for a second. It just said here that my computer is dying, so I need to plug the battery. So, ta-da, magic. I just took action. I had a problem. I just took action. So let's take action. Let's not wait that suddenly, something magic's gonna happen, a miracle. I said, oh, when my friend said, I'm waiting for a miracle, go, honey, for you to wait for a miracle is because you exhausted all your options. It's because you didn't do anything. And now we came to the point that you were desperate. You were desperate. So let's take action. Let's have a plan. Everything. I even say, oh, instead of saying I have a problem and I don't know how to solve it, I will say, instead of saying I have a problem, say I have a project. Right? If you have a project about you, it's gonna get better. Okay. So, okay, know yourself. Study, educate yourself. Study, take action, have a plan. What is number 4? Number 4. It's my favorite. If you want to have a stronger spirit, service, charity, do good. Oh no, Bernadette, but I just wonder if it's something really extraordinary, big. I see my friend here saying, I have a lot of projects. Yes. Isn't it sound better if you're saying, instead of I have problems in my life, oh, I have a lot of projects? It's already positive, because now when you have a project and you're working on a project with somebody, you're going to, okay, what are we going to do? What do we need first for this project? Who do I need to contact? What's the first step? Okay, what's the project? What project are you working on right now? Right? And maybe you need to be with somebody and help. What are the steps to solve that project, to make that project come true and come alive? Who was saying serving, charity. Doesn't need to be something big. I guarantee that right now there is somebody near you, in your family, or that you know that needs something. And you don't need to post, look what I'm doing on social media. Just go and do something. Because that's when we realize that our problem's not as bad. There is this story, and there are different versions. I don't know who wrote. I read that on the internet online, so I'm not taking this as mine. And feel free to repeat, share whatever I'm saying here. And there is this woman that she had a problem, and she said, God, there's a lot of project. There's a project. I have a lot of, this problem is huge. I cannot handle it. It's so much. I've tried everything. It's just, I can't. And then God is like a little story joke, said, okay, let's go here in this room. And in the room, there's all those people sitting down, go, what am I doing here? Well, everybody here has problems. And there's like hundreds of people. So said, okay, what are we going to do? Do you want to help? Yes. Write your problem on a piece of paper. Okay, on the problem on a piece of paper. After, put it here in this big bag, and you put the problem in the big bag, shook. And then they sit in a circle and just threw all the problems. And then he said to the woman, you need to find your problem now. Find your problem. And then this woman started to look for the paper that she wrote, right? But going through all those papers, she had to read several of all the other problems to find hers in the middle. And towards the end, he goes, what is it? I can't find. She goes, please, God, I can't find my problem. But some problems that I read here so bad. Can I please have my problem back? It turned out that she realized that her problem wasn't as bad as all the others. I'm not saying that it's easy. It is not easy when we are going through all those troubles, when we are going through so much suffering. Elaha, he said, I don't know if he said exactly, I love George Elaha giving lectures, but he said something about suffering and unhappiness. That suffering is not optional when you live on earth. We all gonna go through some pain and suffering once in a while, not all the time. But being unhappy is optional. You can be going through a lot of pain and suffering right now, and still Be happy and smile. Or you can choose to be unhappy, very unhappy. Again, this just coming to my mind. I was just reading this story for the children today. It's called Mr. Grump. Mr. Grump, Grump, Grump. He was grumpy all day and with the milkman, with the neighbors, anybody that came. And then Mrs. Grump said, "Oh, you were so grumpy. Maybe you just need some love." And she just gave him a kiss. And suddenly started smiling. And then he completely changed his behavior. So we need to find that kiss, that love. And that comes from God. That comes from the good spirits. It comes from the people who love us. And we find that too by doing good and help our friends or whoever needs. That's why it's so important to do charity work with our center. Find something that you can do. When we do that, our spirit gets very strong. So let's see who's paying attention. Who's paying attention? Bruno is paying attention. Let's see, like when I'm teaching, I can see who's paying attention. Let me see who's paying attention. Okay, Phil is smiling. All right. All right, let's see who is. Okay. So, number one, if we had this in conversation because you all muted, is what? Know yourself. Really know yourself, right? When you are not acting in all those roles. Two, educate yourself. Learn, studying, and there's no more excuses nowadays with technology. Don't tell me I don't like study. You're gonna find a way of learning. Because by the moment we wake up, we are learning. Three, take action, a plan. Let's do something about it, right? All those spiritist books are wonderful, but if you don't live, we don't act as based on what we are reading, it's just, okay, look, I can read. Look, oh, I read 100 books, 100 spiritist books. How many spiritist books have you read? Okay, but do you live? Do you act just like that? So, next one, serving. And the last and on the list is pray. Pray, guys. How I already know. I know we know. But the spirit gets stronger with prayer. Usually we pray when we are in trouble, we need help, or when we are in a spiritist meeting online. I'm so being so bad now. Okay, we need more. Besides praying, so I know that all of you here and that will be listening to me, I know as a fact that you all do the gospel at home, right? Right? Not missing any. I do the gospel at home. But take the time daily to pray. What is one time every day that you can pray? That you can talk to God and then listen. Because we pray and then we go, okay, I gotta go. Oh, sorry. And the spirits are there, Bernadette. Stop it. Can you sit down a little bit? Stay there for 5-10 minutes and just listen, because the intuition will come. Your spiritual mentor is gonna talk to you. You're gonna, suddenly I have this inspiration. Now I know what to do. Pray. The spirit's gonna get stronger with prayer too. But we need to make time. Prayer could be part of your project, right? To help you in the steps of your project every day. And with the phone, put an alarm there. Reminders. Oh, reminder. I have to go grocery shopping. All this, I have to pay the bill. Oh, I have it. Oh, we think about everything. But put here a reminder, prayer. 7 o'clock in the morning, 10. I try. Oh, by the way, I try 7 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. With me, it didn't work because as soon as I closed my eyes, I fell asleep again because I'm very sleepy. So I know that praying, like that deep meditation prayer in the morning, doesn't work for me. But in the afternoon works. So I found what's the best time that my body and mind is ready already. So find yours and pray. Okay. And closing, just to close, let's remember to be optimistic. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. I have no doubt about it. You can do it. You're wonderful. You're powerful. You're beautiful. Wake up in the morning and say, I love myself. I'm wonderful. Love yourself. Hug, 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 hug yourself. Hug yourself. Because God believes in you. And he knows you're working really hard. Come on, he knows. Jesus knows. Before Jesus became the Christ. And he believes that one day we become a Christ. He had to go through what we went through. That's why he understands so much. Right? And don't ever lose the will of living, because life is wonderful. Being here with you today, waking up every day, breathing. We are here. You are healthy. And love your friends too. Remember always to ask for help if you need. You are not alone. I'm here. You are here. You have your friends. This thing, no, I have to be strong all the time. Well, your spirit needs to be strong. We are working on that. But sometimes, in order to work on our projects, we need some support. You know, I may have to call Bruno now that I see his face there. I have Bruno. I am going through working on a project in my life, and I need your help. Can we work together? It's okay. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay, right? Because we all deserve love. You deserve to be loved. And never, never lose hope. Never lose hope. There were times in my life that I thought whatever was going through would never end. And it did. And now we start other projects, but the one that I thought, oh, that's it, it's over. Never, oh, I was wrong. It ends. And other comes, and you are stronger and you are better. So, my friends, let's get that spirit strong, right? Let's get to know ourselves, educate ourselves, take action, serve, doing charity, and pray. And I love you. And you are amazing. Okay? So thank you so much. I hope that these words tonight inspired you, that you are thinking. Please share everything I'm saying. Go find somebody there and go talk to somebody. Inspire somebody. Plant the seeds of hope and love. And so we can all work together in this bigger project that's the world. Okay? Thank you and good evening, good night, good morning.